Well, it's the UN Security Council, in fact, is to vote. We'll move on to our next story, and this is the story. In fact, the UN Security Council is poised for a pivotal vote on Friday that could reimpose sweeping sanctions on Iran under the 2015 nuclear deal's snapback mechanism. The vote follows weeks of tense diplomacy, including Iran's last-minute withdrawal of a resolution at the IAEA condemning attacks on its nuclear sites. France, Germany and the UK, the E3, they triggered the snapback process, and the US also continues to apply pressure. So expectations are high that sanctions will return. Let's look at this report. Iran withdrew its draft resolution banning attacks on nuclear sites just hours before the IAEA vote on Thursday. Backed by China, Russia and others, it condemned the June 2025 strikes by Israel and the US. Iran deferred it to next year's conference. Iran's UN envoy, Reza Najafi, said the resolution was withdrawn in goodwill and at the request of several nations. Earlier, Iran had called for a new verification modality, citing threats to its nuclear facilities from military strikes.
When everything is destroyed, what should be inspected? Everything is destroyed. What they want to be inspected? What they are looking for? There should be a procedural method, should be negotiated, concluded, and designed in order to resume the inspection. And this is the time for which we have called it as a modality. So this modality should be taken at force in the future.
Iran's decision to withdraw its draft resolution at the IAEA ties into the broader diplomatic maneuvering around the UN Security Council vote on snapback sanctions scheduled for Friday. This year's UNGA is being seen as a diplomatic chessboard.
Some call it the World Cup of diplomacy.
The United States had lobbied aggressively to block the Iran IAEA resolution, warning it might cut funding to the IAEA if the resolution passed and if it affected Israel's standing within the agency. The UNSC vote targets Iran over alleged breaches of the 2015 nuclear deal. The US position was made clear by US Secretary of State Marco Rubio earlier this week on his visit to Israel.
Cooperated and were involved together just a few weeks ago on the issue of Iran and Iran's desire to possess not just nuclear weapons, but short